we have here is the box, which is kind of different from the first release of Kamen Rider Ryuki because this is covered in sort of a brownish red motif rather than the plain old silver and what have yous. So what we have here are mostly the logos that is really a staple thing for most of the SH Figuarts boxes. Mask Rider Ryuki Survive, and just giving a quick tour. Actually, I don't want to give more emphasis on the box because I know you are more interested on what he has in store. So let's move over to the rest of the review. 9 cards are included in Kamen Rider Ryuki Survive. These are highly printed cards, and you can almost read the letters on each face. There are about 13 interchangeable hands that are included in the set. But before you can say overkill, there is actually a pair that you can use for Kamen Rider Ryuki's base form, so it can hold the upgraded Dragvisor, and the other is to properly hold one of the cards. It was a clever move for Bandai to include these so you can recreate Kamen Rider Ryuki's state before he can transform in Survive mode. Kamen Rider Ryuki Survive only carries one weapon, which is the Dragvisor Zwei, skillfully molded and crafted, and the metallic paint applications on this weapon complements well on Kamen Rider Ryuki Survive. There are 3 gimmicks from this gun. First, the mouth opens to insert the Survive card, and the rest of the cards are inserted near the handle with this lift deck card gimmick. And hidden in the middle of the mold is a short sword that should be for the drag blade mode. This is tad small, so that's why Bandai also included a longer version of the blade to complete the transformation. There is a small tab at the other end of the gun, so you can use the extra plug to latch on Kamen Rider Ryuki's belt. And before we continue on with the review, I would like to show you what the last item that he is inclusive with, which is a Tamashii stage with the name here at the bottom, Kamen Rider Ryuki Survive. And it's a red base, and also it includes the arm and the clip, so you can really use this in most of the possibilities for Kamen Rider Ryuki Survive. And a quick comparison between Kamen Rider Ryuki and in Survive mode. It's obvious that Kamen Rider Ryuki Survive mode is much taller than its base form. So let's remove Kamen Rider Ryuki, and I'll show you some of the articulation points for this figure. First, he has a nice ball jointed head and a neck joint, and I feel that the color on the neck joint is somewhat off. It's lighter and somewhat pinkish. I wished it had Bandai had colored it more a darker shade of red, just to slightly match on the costume design that you have seen on the show. And there are some ball joints and hinges also here on the accents near the shoulders, so that the shoulder movement wouldn't be as hindered as some people might think of it. So you can really move those in different ways, even in the most awkward ways. And we have a shoulder joint, double elbows, and upper bicep swivel. It's kind of hard to twist around, but you can manage. Ball jointed fists, and a nice waist and upper torso joint. You can see the range of motion on this figure. Double jointed knees, and the same engineering that went into the feet, which I've told you a couple of times already if you're watching most of the reviews on Kamen Rider figures. I really do love how it hides the joints and the screws on the feet. And I absolutely love the sculpting on this figure. The chest piece looks like a grill from a car, and the accents here near the shoulders. And since this is this is the final form of Kamen Rider Ryuki, most of them are kind of beefed up to match the motif of the rider. So, and the metallic paint applications here are more out there than Kamen Rider Ryuki's base form. So I'm really loving everything about Ryuki except for the neck paint here, which I again like to see a more darker shade rather than a pinkish color on it. And the best thing of all, unlike other Kamen Rider Ryuki figures that were released, is that most of the plugs on the arms and on the legs do not fall or loosen its screws, which makes the base form kinda irritating to manage with. And Ryuki Survive doesn't follow other SH Figuarts, which mainly suffers from having a big head but on a small frame. And as of the date, he has the least number of falters than any SH Figuarts I own, and has undoubtedly became one of my favorite figures in the SH Figuarts line. If there is one figure that I really truly honestly would like to recommend to you all, is this SH Figuarts Kamen Rider Ryuki Survive. And if you want to know the possibilities for this figure, always check out the photos at the end of the video and subscribe to my blogspot for the full written review. This is Firestarter. Thank you very much for watching, and see you in my next review.